Man, let me share a story with y'all, bro. This for my young brothers that's out there that's trying to figure it out. That ain't nobody really ever gave you no keys in the game. And especially free keys. No one ever gave it to you. You done had to struggle. You done had to figure it out. Or you done had to miss out. So, for me, personally, been doing music since a child. Since about like 8th, 9th grade. Started Wise Guys Entertainment back in 2006 as an idea. Took me 11 years to figure out about publishing and about like business structure for an entertainment company, for a label, because a lot of it was gate kept back then in those days, and those times for my Louisiana base. You know what I'm saying? Like, people was in Cali, they had different connects, different education on entertainment. But being in a position of none of that being around, it took a long time to figure it out. Now, mind you, the education in Louisiana is already, the education system, like our school books, we had books from the 80s, and it was 2000 something in high school. We had books from the 80s. So understand the difference in education and the difference in access to information from those times before we had the internet. So, me being a dad, going to the military, going to combat in Afghanistan, coming back home, trying to get my shit together mentally, it took a long time for me to even fabricate the thought of trying to establish a DBA, let alone an LLC. Nigga wasn't even really talking about LLCs back then, like talking about anyway, like in a group of people that I was around. Let me make that clear as well, because this all come full circle. So the people that I was around, they wasn't on no business. We was all in the streets. We was hustling to see another day, bruh. We ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? I remember, real talk, I was in San Antonio, Texas. I moved from Alexandria, Louisiana to San Antonio, Texas. Ain't had no friends out there. Ain't know nobody out there. My dad had a house, but he wasn't even there. His ex-wife was like my stepmom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed there for about 30 days. Got my own apartment. Hollered at a chick that I was fucking with from work. You know what I'm saying? Ended up doing that thing. Going that whole route. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really focused on my business. I just know I like to make music, and I was hoping I was gonna get signed. I was waiting for the handout. I was waiting for the handout. So from me waiting for the handout, nothing really shook. I paid to get on shows. I paid for graphic designers. I paid for studio time. I'm like, damn, I'm paying all this money, and I'm not seeing nothing back. I don't understand how the record labels could do it. I don't understand. So I had to start studying. I had to start looking up shit myself, because if I go to ask somebody and they a gatekeeper, they're not going to give you access to information. It's pay to play. And even still, when they give you the information, it's going to be in the access to where you can't even really utilize the information correctly, because it's still gate kept. You got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like that in life, but this is just my story about this music shit. So 2017 pop up, right? No, 2016 pop up first. And I had just got in the position of doing a copyright. And this would actually make 9 years, almost exact to the date of when I did my first copyright. My very first Maze of Life, published it with the copyright office and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Did all the paperwork, paid all that, paid again. Got paid to play. Keep this in mind. So, mind you, during this time of me going through life, all the people that started in this music stuff with me, by the time 2017 came around, most of them were not around, right? I heard one of them got a label deal. He went up north and was around famous people and got a little check, you know what I'm saying? And by 2019, he was back here broke. Or I was told, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All the people that was around me when we first started, I don't associate with them like that no more, because we just on some different paths. And I see that. It's not no hate. It ain't no love lost. It's just I'd rather be over here doing me, because I'm happy doing me. And y'all could be over there doing what y'all do because y'all was happy doing that. Don't try to come over in my lane now because I'm happy and want to be a part of my shit when I wasn't happy back then with y'all. You know what I'm saying? They know the story. I ain't even gonna go in on this. But, so, I do my first copyright. And that same month, maybe about 2 weeks later, my grandmother passed. Now, anybody that really, really, really know me, they know my grandmother was like my mother. So that really fucked my head off, because it was like I seen how the family dynamics instantly changed. Instantly. It was already some fuck shit from before, but now it's just broke. And I caught myself trying to, keep it together as the years went from there, and try to do a lot of stuff with people in my family, and they want to do what they wanted to do. So I'm just gonna do it by myself then. Still, after all these years of doing shit by myself, ain't no other way to make it but just doing it by myself. So get to the point now, 2020 hit, and I was already doing Instacart, because I had to, like for me to have my own, because I had my own little online radio station and all that. Like, I was doing a lot of different stuff, and I was signing contracts that I didn't really tell nobody about, but I was showing insight on my Facebook so people could be like, take an interest in the topic, and then they could probably pursue the same path, because I'm wise enough to know that niggas don't want to give you credit where it's due. Like, for certain people, if you're not popular, or if they doubted you when you actually be on to something, they're not going to give you credit. They just going to sit back and copy what you do and try to get there how you do it without asking. And it's going to make them go through their own journey. So it's not a bad thing. I'd rather you go through your own journey so you could know how hard it was for me to achieve what I achieved, because now you're walking it for yourself. You don't have nobody like me just to hand you the information and now you here. Nah. You want to sneak and try to do some shit behind somebody's back and try to copy them and all that, go the hard way. Go the long way. It's there for you. It's there for you. That's how I learned it. You can learn it too. It's fun. It's fun. So I'll go through it. 2020, I start making more money, and I start thinking different, because it's the pandemic and the world has changed, and I'm delivering to like wealthy people, like people with money. Like, I thought the niggas in Charles Park in Alexandria had money, until I went out to neighborhoods that's out there, like gated, keypad, drive down a mile to drive down another mile, and they got houses back there. Like, whoa, where the fuck this come from? Type shit. Real talk. Like, we got millionaires that live right here in this little city. You know what I'm saying? So for me to see how they live, see how they conduct themselves, I was already delivering. So with me going to the post office and learning stuff, then I started like seeing the mail that they got. And then I started notice like Charles Schwab and like all these other like investment firms, and then the way that they had they information on the paper, it was like, it's like they have like a trust in the land. Like, the mail comes to the person that's the beneficiary of the trust. Like, it's a whole different setup. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, bruh. I gotta start thinking different and start studying different shit, because this shit is all the way different over here now. Like, so 2022, I started my S Corporation, and I was already doing deliveries, so I thought I would try to get into this government contracting game and start doing government contract deliveries. I mean, I'm a vet. I was still a fugitive felon this whole time. Like, I'm still a fugitive felon. So, but now it's only one state. But I was in 2 states at first when I, like, back in 2018, 2019, 2020. I was 2 states. And then 2020, you know what I'm saying, situation happened, I was able to get out of the one that was here in Louisiana, but I was still a fugitive felon in Texas. So I started my corporation. I'm thinking things gonna go however. Man, they started sending me tax documents like $1,000. I'm like, damn, I ain't even, how I get taxed on how the tax come up to $1,000? That's all the money that I just made for what I was doing. So I was like, man, that shit was getting on my nerves, and I wasn't gonna pay nothing. I ain't had to pay. So I ended up, as God had it planned, I ended up going to jail that summer, 2023. I ended up going to jail for being on the run for the 8.5 years thing. But that shit, it wasn't my shit in the car. So a month later, I get out of jail. Like, basically, I was in jail for the summer. So like 2 months later, I get out of jail. And it was a hot ass summer, because I was hot. That summer was hot. We was hot the whole summer. And then after I got out, things cooled down. I cooled down. And I started just living life. I gave up on my business. I gave up on my S corporation. I was like, you know what? I can't even do it. I'm just gonna go get a job, bro. Cause like I got out of jail. I didn't have no house to stay at. I had my daughter with me. My daughter came all the way from Louisiana, drove to San Antonio, Texas to talk to the DA. You know what I'm saying? My daughter is more valuable to me than a lot of people know. But she was there when no one else was there. And I'm just going to say that right now in the video. So, for that, I knew I had to change my life. I had to start being on some different shit. Start hanging out with different people, or I just rock by myself. Because ain't no way I'm going to go back and go through all this and then put her through all this shit that I done had to put her through, because I want to be on the run as a fugitive felon and, like, fuck up my life. But at the same time, it's been a movie. It's been a movie, to say the least. So 2024 go by. I worked that whole 2024 for like $12.50 as an assistant manager at a local business. You know what I'm saying? And the plan was 2025, my check was supposed to go up to $15 an hour. And the person that controlled the checks, he didn't want to keep his word. So I told my daughter, I said, because she was the manager, I told my daughter, I said, you know what? I'm about to be ghost. I ain't about to do this. I know my value, and the post office just hired me too. Now, mind you, fugitive felon, 8.5 years, just got out of jail 2023. Post office hired me, bro. Post office. No drug test. Post office. I was in that thing, shaking and baking 2025. 2020, into 2024, 2025, I'm dropping all packages. I'm doing what I do. I'm getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So, all of a sudden, the summer hit. And I don't know what it is about the summer, bro, but the summer hit 2025. And 2024, I already had aspirations to kind of like build something else, but I thought it was going to be like my record label. But then I was like, nah, maybe it's this contracting thing. I was like, nah. So 2025 summer hit. And that mug, my mind just started changing. I just woke the fuck up. I said, you know what? It's a whole lot of different shit we could be doing out here, but it's opportunities galore. I'm listening to all this, like the people getting deported and all that stuff. It was wild. And I was like, yo, there's so much opportunity because ain't nobody working. Ain't nobody willing to work. Everybody getting laid off. Ain't businesses going broke. Hell, I'm used to being broke. I already got a business. Wait a minute. What's going on with this crypto? Wait a minute. Why they got to be institutions? Wait a minute. Maybe my business might come. I might have to start that shit back up. That's what I thought. I might have to start that shit back up. So, thinking about that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my business back up, right? But one night, I was sitting at my computer, and it just hit me. I could have my S corporation sign my DBA for the intellectual property, because I already had it to where Wise Guys Entertainment was creating like the visual content, like the graphics and like certain other documents for Convenient For You Incorporated. So that way Convenient For You Incorporated could focus on the crypto side of things. You know what I'm saying? And fintech, exclusively fintech. You know what I'm saying? and I got my entertainment company to handle like publishing and like things like that go into that part, patents and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what Wise Guys Entertainment does for Convenient for You Incorporated. But didn't nobody give me that game, bruh. I had to go find it. I had to go search for it. I had to keep looking. And then as I continue to look, if you know anything about already owning like a LLC or stuff like that, understand where S corporation is in the hierarchy of businesses and how things start to flow, capital, finance. And for me to be sharing posts and people getting upset because it's about finance, it's about life, it's a mirror. I hold up the mirror. Look, this is my experience. On Facebook, I share my experience. On social media, I share my experience. Here on YouTube, I'm sharing my experience. I don't make stuff up so I could be liked and be popular. I just tell you the truth, and if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. And I keep it moving. I don't care. I damn sure don't care no more. I've already been through that part of life, trying to make myself small for other people, trying to make myself assimilate so I could fit in. I done already been through all that, bro. It's not that time no more. I woke up one day, and this is for the youngsters that's out there. I want you to realize something, man. I woke up one day and realized that I was an adult. I'm not one of the homies. I'm not gang. I'm an adult. I'm a grown-ass man out here trying to do stuff for the future generation. Hell, I done brought in a generation myself with my own seed. I'm an adult. I gotta start doing shit different out here, bruh. I can't be on that lame-ass shit, going to jail, sitting in jail. Then I get out and I'm homeless and I'm out here struggling with my girl and shit like that, bro. I know niggas that's like that right now, and I already been there. Like, nigga, I know your struggle too, bro. I'm just trying to tell y'all a different way to go, because that shit don't work. Obviously, you living in the don't work, and you trying to figure out a way to get out so that way you could be good. Nigga trying to tell you. I told like 3 young niggas, hey, go join the military, bruh. Fuck all the war. I went to Afghanistan, bro. Don't tell me about I'm telling you to sign up for a war that I ain't go to. I already went to Afghanistan, bro, with special forces. So come on now. Like, you go check my paperwork, bruh. I was in PSYOP, for real, for real. When I went to Afghanistan, it was with 7th Group Special Forces, for real, for real. We didn't make this up. They made us into who we are today. You see what I'm saying? Some of that shit that I learned in the military helped me break the fucking psychology that they got regular ass niggas out here stuck in. Niggas can't figure this shit out. So I'm trying to share it with you. And you could reject it, but you only affecting yourself, bruh. You only affecting yourself. I done did call center jobs. I done worked at McDonald's. I done did all that. None of that. I ain't stick with none of that. That ain't for me. It might be for somebody else. I know niggas that general manager at McDonald's I went to high school with. This good for him. I got a cousin that's over there. He stepped down from the management position he was in and just want to stock shit on the shelf. That's good for him. You know what I'm saying? Do what's good for you. But let me do what's good for me. You see what I'm saying? I give you room to do what's good for you. Let me do what's good for me. Niggas be out here trying to tear each other down. Not seeing that it's people that's out here that's trying to actually better the situation for everyone. Without the gimmick. That come to you real like this on platforms that's provided for us by other people that had the intelligence to build their own thing so they don't have to go work for nobody else. And you can't see the bigger picture. You over here, like people said I was crazy for resigning from the post office, bruh. Now, mind you, I'm 38 years old. I resigned from the post office to pursue my S corporation and pursue my aspirations being self-employed, right? Because I already had been self-employed. This, like, is like, okay, I'm just going back. Like I've been on a block. Like, back in the day, like, I'm just used to not having to go to work. I'm used to just making money how I make money. So, a lot of people said I was crazy. But, bro, I could sit there and bust my ass and risk my life every day dropping off mail to people. Some are grateful and some are ungrateful. Some see me, and because I'm black, they'll let their dog out the house to come to see if it's gonna attack me or not. Like it's funny and shit. This is my real life. We don't make this up. I got bit by a dog before from somebody's fucking house. We don't make this up. You see what I'm saying? So people out here, they look at you a certain way, not knowing all the shit that you done really been through, that you don't gotta make up, because your life's a fucking movie for real. And then they gonna wonder, well, I got fired from my job, how do I make it? Well, I got fired from over here, how do I make it? Bitch, you should have been listening. That's what it should have been. You should have been listening. Because broke niggas been trying to tell you it's hard out here. But if you're going to build something without nothing, you better have God on your side. I know that. You better believe in something. You better have some type of faith. Because it ain't going to create, it ain't going to be handed out to you. Not the abundance that you look for. It's not going to be handed out. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It's not going to be handed out, bruh. You got to go get it. When you at the job, you think, oh, they hired me so I could just sit on my ass all day on the clock. No, bruh. You got to go get it. You got to flip them burgers. You got to stock them shelves. You got to type in that computer and answer that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you got to get it. Now, either you going to get it for somebody else or you going to go get it for yourself. Who you going to go get it for is the question. And whoever you choose to get it for, how is your life after getting it for them? Do you live better? Do you live paycheck to paycheck? Are you mad? Do you hate the environment that you got to go work in? Do you hate your life because of what you do? Are you duping people and scamming? You gotta decide for yourself what you want out of life. I made my decision. You know what I want to do? I want to do fintech and entertainment. I want to learn blockchain. I want to learn how to be compliant with the law. I want to make sure that motherfuckers' taxes is paid. That's what I want to do. I'm grown. I ain't no little ass kid no more. You see all this? I ain't no little ass boy. You could act like that, but you're not going to... You're going to forever be down at the bottom. If you comfortable there, you could just stay there. You don't even got to think about it, man. But for the niggas that's really trying to do something, that's really trying to think about something, man, I salute all y'all, bro. Like, real talk, I salute y'all, man. Because it's not easy. It's not. It's hard as a bitch. And don't nobody give a fuck. That's the crazy part, bro. We supposed to give a fuck about everybody else and what everybody else going through. As soon as we focus on ourselves and say, nah, we not going to jump in that battle because we got a war of our own that we been battling by ourselves. Now everybody want to be mad at us. Like, black men just supposed to come in, put the fucking cape on, go help that situation while we still struggling and we got our own house burning down. We got to go save somebody else out they burning house. Nah, bruh. Not no more. Bruh, do what's best for you, my G. You know what I'm saying? If you got a family, take care of your family. Take care of your seeds, raise them the right way. Don't go to jail. Sitting up there off the TikTok hype. And you got your seed out here lost as fuck. Turn into a slut. Turn into another dope boy. You gonna see your son in jail in a couple years type shit. You could be out here trying to guide them the right way to prosperity. Trying to show them how we do as kings. They got the whole No Kings movement. Shit, even Jesus wore the crown of thorns, bruh. There ain't no glory in all this. We just doing it because this is what we here for. Y'all stay up.